Pioneer of the fat acceptance movement admits she regrets it. She gets canceled immediately. So this is Gabriela Lascano. Apparently she is one of the pioneers and ambassadors of fat acceptance. But that she got canceled for.
I'm gonna say something controversial and I don't care. I don't care how trendy or cute or fun it seems to be fat. Don't let that shit with your head. Don't let the idea that, oh, I could catch it no matter how big I am, cause you to forget about your health and to keep gaining weight. I actually feel kind of guilty for being a part of this movement. And I know it's not my fault or my responsibility to keep other people's health, but being a pioneer in this game, like I literally was one of the first influencers to work with Fashion Nova before they even had a plus size line. So when I say I'm a pioneer, I'm a pioneer. I'm one of the main reasons why we have the plus size fashion industry that we have. And you could argue with anybody, that's the truth. And my point is that I see a lot of fat girls who gained a lot of weight from being caught up in this movement and turning around 5, 6, 7 years later talking about, damn, I let my health go to shit. I got this problem now. I'm 400 pounds. I can't do this. I can't do that. Babe, it's not all it's cracked up to be. Being attractive, being able to still wear.
So she got canceled for spitting bars? Or so she's saying, look, I feel bad because if you gain a lot of weight, it's going to affect your health. And she feels bad for pioneering this movement. Because I guess, what was she doing? Like, was she monetizing the concept of being a bigger woman? And then she was like, I shouldn't have did that. I got...
Nice clothes is not the end all be all. You got to really think about your health. Because when you're in your 20s, you think that life is just rainbows and candy. You don't even think about the future. But when you start creeping up in age, babes, it's going to catch up to you. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not saying that every fat person is unhealthy. Hello, I'm fat. I'm not claiming that you gotta hate fat people. That's literally the opposite of what I'm saying. But let's be for real. Health is real. Organs failing is real. Diabetes, heart disease, all that shit is real, okay? It's not fat phobic to care about your health. And if nobody else wants to say it, let me fucking tell you the truth. Love yourself at any size. Wear the clothes you want to wear. But don't forget that your heart has to beat, babes. Don't forget that your blood sugar has to keep a balance, babe. No amount of Instagram pictures looking cute and being an influencer wearing a size whatever you are is going to stop your heart from not beating if you eating bacon every day. And this is coming from someone who's learning those lessons now, myself. So to the younger girls, the younger generation, take care of your health. It's not fat phobic.
So she's a big person who probably got popular by using the big girl movement. Got popular with it, right? You know, used it. Got to where she is, and then she started saying, but watch your health. This life ain't what it's cut out to be. And I guess people canceled her for this.
Take care of your health. It's not a joke. And I'm saying this out of love, not out of self-hate. I see a lot of my fellow content creator, fellow plus size, fellow bloggers, whatever you want to call them, plus size models, now talking about wanting to get healthy, now talking about needing to da-da-da-da. Because 5, 6, 7 years ago, when they were 22, when they were 21, 25, it wasn't a problem. Now you're 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, whatever the case is, and you're like, damn, I can't get pregnant. I have this problem. I got that problem. The problems creep up, babe. And the reality is, loving yourself also includes taking care of your body. If you want this body to last 100 years, you got to take care of it. So don't let nobody else convince you that taking care of your health is fat phobic. And if somebody's telling you that, it's because they're miserable and they want you to die and stay fat like them.
I don't think that y'all really care about other people's health. It's because y'all don't talk about skinny people. Y'all don't talk about, your mindset, you don't have disabled people in your mind. You don't have people that have medical issues. You don't have people that were born that way. My uncle was born big bone.
Stop using disabled people, please.
I was about to say the same thing. I was about to say the exact same thing. She compared... I was about to say, literally in her sentence, she had compared fat people with disabled people, right? I don't think you could do that, right?
Shield yourself from valid criticism. It ain't because they got a valid reason to be fat that it makes it. And it's not even that, because even disabled people, like, we have to do a lot to maintain it and fight it. Okay, and they're not talking like you. Don't use. Oh, they got a thyroid. That's not you. Stop. And the people you're using hate when you do that too. You only care about disabled people when they're convenient for your argument.
The percentage of people affected with hypothyroidism is 5%. It's not all y'all. Move on.
The argument being that I guess there's two type of big people. There are big people who have a thyroid problem where they gain weight uncontrollably, and there's not much they can do, and it's hard to fight back against it. And then you just have people who have poor diets, who eat whatever the hell they want. They don't ration, they don't care, they don't regulate. And they're saying that some people who are big, who are on the second cusp, are comparing themselves to people who are disabled, which is whack.
Y'all only ever want to have conversations about health and wellness when it comes to fat people.
No, that isn't true. People have conversations about health and wellness when it comes to alcoholics. They talk about it in a sexual context. We talk about health so fucking often, it's crazy. And I'm grateful. I think it's good. We need to be more conscious, especially when there's so much bad shit that we can eat. There's so many bad habits we can easily fall into. When so many things are easily accessible. We're talking about banning cigarettes in places. Health is a common discussion in our zeitgeist because people are becoming much more health conscious today than they have ever been.
I think that's a obvious take, true take. The biggest one that I think that in terms of mental health wellness that people have been pushing for the past, I want to say 5 years, it's mental health. Like, mental health has literally been like the bingo word of like, even I promote to you guys, take care of your mental, take care of your head, take care of your space, take care of your energy. And after COVID too, and the pandemic, there's even been a stronger attack in terms of taking care of your health, both physical and mental. After all of that shit was happening, because that was depressing.
I grew up in a time where people used to be smoking indoors. How do you think that changed? People started voicing health concerns. It became a big topic of conversations, and then there was a bunch of laws that ended up being passed because they felt like it was an issue. Health is often discussed, so I reject the notion that we don't talk about it. This comes down to the same thing that I was saying earlier, was like, it almost looks like every fat person who like does this kind of stuff online has the same talking points, and they repeat it verbatim. Mm-hmm. You bring up that there's a health crisis and that
I don't care how many of her cronies want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, she just cares about people. She just wants people to be healthy. I don't care. All you have is an opinion and a preconceived notion about what health is. I'm not moved. No mountains are moving over here.
We don't have to move you. It'd be very difficult, but we don't have to.
Oh,
we're not even gonna try. No, I don't care. I don't care. We don't gotta move you. You gonna hit your 40s and you gonna be moved by the doctor. You gonna be moved by a health diagnosis. You gonna be moved by your shortness of breath. Nobody gets to be your weight and gets to be very old in life.
No,
they don't. Vast majority of them are dying.
I've lost a lot of people already. I remember growing up, and I remember like some of the people in my lives died, right? And they were like young, like in their 40s. And to me, that was just weird because it's like what happened? Why? And it was the majority of especially in the Black community. A lot of them had, they were overweight. They had some type of heart attack. They had some type of issue that usually contributed to them having a diet, and their diet was something that contributed to them being overweight. And then that overweight and that obesity contributed to them just having a shorter lifespan. Yes, you can be big and you can be beautiful. Okay, it doesn't take anything from your beauty, but your beauty has nothing to do with your health. And it's just a fact that if you are too big or too skinny, one of the others, you're going to bring health complications to your life, period. Okay, both spectrums is kind of wild, in my opinion. So the concept of fat acceptance in the fat community is that people are saying that gaining weight and being bigger and bigger and bigger is, you can be healthy. Weight loss is body shaming to them. So here's my issue, right? The concept of body shaming has nothing to do with health. When someone is saying something about losing weight or gaining weight, it has nothing, pause. Body shaming in itself has to do with the beauty, how people, about your appearances, right? That's what body shaming is, to shame somebody because of what their body is. What it does not imply is the concept of health. There's nothing wrong with being a big person. Now, if you're starting to reach a territory where your body is responding to you and saying, hey, shit's getting kind of weird here, bro. Like, I'm having a little bit of issues now with so much of the weight that you have going on. You might want to dial it back or something. Your body will eventually respond, whether you're getting to a point where your body's getting too big or too small. Your body will start responding to you in ways.
Because I've seen too many people I care about have to die.
Yeah, I literally just said the same thing.
People that were amazing contributors in society die because they didn't have any more limbs to cut off after diabetes. Mm-hmm. Their heart just gave out.
Mm-hmm. Life is going to do two things. Either move you or remove you.
Oof.
Bars.
That is a bar. That is a bar. That is a bar. Say that shit again.
Life is going to do two things. Either move you or remove
Yo,
you.
preach is funny, dog. I think it's dangerous. What some people are saying is, I think it's dangerous to promote the concept that it's beautiful to be unhealthy. Back in the day, before the Kardashians, people were promoting the concept of being really, really thin, really, really, really skinny. Like Barbie doll, thick, skinny, and all the models were just and it was like, it was promoted as beautiful. So women were doing their best. They were becoming anorexic and they were developing disorders, eating disorders. And it was becoming incredibly unhealthy to try to reach a standard of thin that people were saying was beautiful. And we abolished that. We have said that this is fucked up and this should not exist. And now I feel like as time has progressed, we're now going in the opposite direction. And the opposite direction is the exact same thing from this direction. There's the extreme of being too small and the extreme of being too big. And both are extremes, right? And the idea and the concept that's trying to be made is that if you are on any kind of extreme, trying to say that these extremes are okay, beauty standard wise, not healthy.
Anyone who talks about fatness being trendy or a trend or cool, don't listen to them. They're not credible. Anyone who says that is honestly delusional, because look at how fat phobic and diet centric and just demonized fat people and fatness is in society. Who is saying it's a trend? Who is saying it's trendy? It's demonized everywhere. What's to look forward to? What's cool about it? What's trendy? Getting harassed on every single platform?
You can be both. You can be trendy and demonized. Black people are demonized, but hella trendy. It's been trendy on TikTok. People are stealing the dances and doing that and everything in the third, stealing the music and all that. Trendy, demonized. You can be both. Not long ago, Kim Kardashian was talking about the beauty standards. And she was saying, oh, the beauty standards is so excessive and it's hard to keep up and this and that. And I went, bitch, you're the beauty standard. You are the reason why people are like that. People look like you, but this thing can become bigger than you and you have to keep up with it, hence making you also a victim of what you created.
This is Abba and Preach, man. They're one of my favorite commentators on YouTube. They're funny and goofy as hell.
Somebody who was part of the whole fat acceptance thing and a pioneer of it realized some of the things that are wrong with it. And now she's being accused of being a grifter, a sellout, engaging in fat phobia, for telling people to be health conscious, to really start to take it into consideration. And now it got so bad, she ended up deleting her video and pretty much going offline for a little bit because she was being harassed by so many of these people from the fat acceptance movement.
It's either life moves you or removes you.
He went back to...